Aria for 3.
And we are back. 37th annual Whakatane Touch Tournament. Starting to get deep in the day now. Our last pool game for the day before we move in to the semi-final rounds. Open men's game. Jedi and Nippys. In the commentary box next to me at the moment, Pete Mack. And Pete, I guess you've got to skin both sides of this game.
You could say that with the playing up Jedi side, a side we created out of Central Auckland many years ago, and they've I suppose it's the foundation for our playing up men's side, and a lot of our young boys have come out of there. And then you've got Nippys here. My grandson is actually a part of the Nippys setup, and we're lucky that. That's a pun, lucky. We're lucky that he's in that environment, and lucky the coach has taken him on, and he's progressing there. They're a good young bunch of boys that Lucky's had for a long time, and this should be a good challenge both ways. I'm looking. So if I was to call it, I call it a draw. But anyway, we'll see how it goes.
Sitting on the fence, I like it. I like it. But yeah, I guess both teams have been travelling quite well through this tournament. So it'll certainly be an interesting one. A bit of a contrast, obviously. Jedi's, the younger crew, the up-and-comers for the playing up group, and this young Nippys crew out of counties. I think a lot of them are counties under 16. So certainly a very good platform for these boys to attend the tournament here and go up against the big guns of New Zealand touch. Our referees for this game, Dion Griffiths, Chris Tane and Ben Matthews. So they'll certainly allow the game to open and flow. So it'll be interesting to see where this one ends up.
And I think our weather's playing its part, Rod. The big sun's come out. Not that it hasn't been out all day, but it's certainly not behind any clouds, so she's warm out there. So we'll see how that affects the flow of the game. I hope the refs open it up, and then we have an open, flowing, attacking game. Counties bring a very diverse style. They like to throw the ball around. They've got a very good low game, and you've got the likes of Calvin Harris-Tavita, who's got a very quick off the ground, but a very good long ball game. So they're going to be interesting that side. And then on the other side, you've got some experienced ball players, Isaac Walker, and you've got some agility with Hendricks, and then you've got the likes of Terry, who's got a very good low game, and his form's quite good as well. Playing up, as we look at it on our screen, playing from left to right. They've both got white strips, playing up Jedi white and purple, and Nippys, obviously, with the big Nippys on the front, white and gold. So I'm looking forward to this one panning out.
Yep, it'll be an interesting call. Both teams in white, so we'll see how the referees get on.
Yeah.
But it's been an awesome day, so far. Plenty of good games. Everyone out enjoying themselves. Whakatane's turned on the weather. And thanks once again to our sponsors, Ake Accounting, the guys at Iceman and Underwood and Wilkins, who have been there for us through the tournament. The major sponsors, Clearsite, Consultancy, One Foundation, Lime Foundation, Whakatane, Ōhope Community Board. As we just wait for this game to get started, it looks like Ben Matthews will be our starting ref.
Just on our sponsorship, Rod, I just would like to, tautoko that. A lot of our New Zealand stuff, we're very reliant on our sponsors, so we're very lucky to have them. So people, if you're out there and you have the opportunity to support our sponsors in whatever way, I do recommend that you do that for our sport and for them as well.
Controlled start here for Jedi. Just trying to get to the line, find the line, and sweep on.
came a little bit late on the sweep there, could have been a little bit early, so the attacking triangle there a bit loose. But, you know, he has an opportunity. And here's one of the boys that I talked about their agility prior to our thing. Hendricks, you know, he's very dynamic on his feet. Now let's see what Nippy's exits are going to be like. And again, you know, the 1%ers or the catch pass ruck, as I would put it, need to be good for the team to progress in this. As my grandson enters the field, I just want to say I love you, grandson, and play well.
Nippys showing some intent here, coming through. Nice little tips play. They get it over the top. Well worked.
Beautiful little short tips play and over the top. Great setup and great flow. And well done, Trevon McIntyre, on the score. It helps if you put the ball down quickly.
Lessons for these young ones, Pete.
Yeah, I think in terms of the Jedi side, they just need a little bit more comms and control the 7, you know, and not giving that platform for the Nippys. You know, they're just making touches for the purpose of the game, while the purpose of defence is controlling that back end there.
As you see the sweep coming around, Tyler, Tyler, yeah. Sorry, on that one there.
A better connection on the sweep there, you know, better timing. And then they're going to a 32 ruck here, and let's see how they go. He's going short side, he goes long, and the winger a little bit tight there, and it's a good finish. So this could be a high scoring game at this rate, Rod. You know, like, they've certainly got to stand the grind here. I think if Nippys turn it into a grind, they can start targeting a couple of the less athletic people in the Jedi side, but we'll see how we go. It's 1-1 at this stage.
Yep, early starts, so it'll be interesting play. Jedis need to make sure that they get a stopper on here so it doesn't turn into a high scoring game. Defense makes games. See, touch made. Played away.
It's better control of the 7 metre, good touch by Isaac there. And that's good defence, that's way better. Good solid at contact, good release, not getting over the top, the shoulders over the top. And that's good by Nippys, you know, ensuring that they finish their box side and letting Jedi having to, you know, really earn the right to get to their box.
It's a little bit sloppy, not the part of the field that you want to give up.
In his day, Henna was very, very diverse, let's say, and that wasn't the way to start the game from him. Lucky they done a punisher there, or quickie on the link. They lost control, so I just think if they're going to work that far set Jedi link side, that Henna needs to engage the middle so he doesn't get himself isolated there.
So split a play.
I talked earlier about the Nippys, go-to, and Calvin Harris-Tavita, you know, he comes through there and got a great low dive. He's very athletic. He's a very athletic young man, but he has good vision as well. You know, playing that great sport that we know, rugby league, you know, gives you those skills, that skill set, the release, and even our sport, that it actually, I think it develops some of the best rugby league players in the world. So if you're a rugby league player out there and you want to get some skills to develop your rugby league game, play touch.
Right, as we see Jedi down, Laufiso on the ball, trying to pull the middle over, looking for the... Just resting in the pocket there, MJ.
Yeah, and I'm loving the 32 peel play, but it's just short to long release. You know, they've got to get some engagement of player there.
Yeah, I think it's important here for Jedi not to, I guess, be too physical in terms of their style. They need to create space and find those holes and work holes. These young guys have got plenty of legs, so they'll definitely stay with Jedi if they start to play that game.
Ref nearly got caught in there, and a little transition down the link, down the wing channel.
Good work, Cameron Bold, stuck to his man.
Yeah, and that was good. I think Nippy just needed to be a little bit more patient with their setup there. They know closing out of a zone, and then it just gives them their assisting running lines then become difficult. And that's just as I say that, and Jedi come out of transition, they turn it over, Rod. So a lot of our games that we've done today come back to that completion rate. With it being a 25-minute game, they've got to ensure that they're completing all these sets.
Yep, it's a short, hard burst, so every lost chance is a chance that the opposition have to get one on you. So important. It'll be interesting to see what the coaching staff are delivering. Nice work by Dylan Year there, stepping up, taking that one there away. And just hopefully they can get through this transition without the errors.
A little bit learnings from Nippys there. If you're going to come back and go to that open side, and on that short one, it's an early release, you know, to give that opportunity of the big release. It's not normally that you're ever going to come back that open side and it's going to be free. Let's see what Jedi's coming up with here. The uncle and the nephew on the ball. And how we got it? Oh, that's a touch there.
Yeah. And Nippys, they're quick, young boys, plenty of legs. A lot of running.
That's good getting out there. Ooh. There's a tendency with our teams, Rod, when they're going to the box to really close that zone down and not give them much space to move. Yeah, so quite interesting, and it's been a trend today.
As opposed to just opening up the space a little bit more and allowing yourself either side to release?
Yes, yeah, and even defining space a little bit better. As soon as you come to that sideline, you can only go one way. So, you know, just giving yourself a little bit more option. Like a lot of the more elite teams will run that sneaker play down that blind side, and they tend to bring it in to a better zone when they're doing that. So interesting. But I suppose under fatigue, you just want to ensure that you're getting off clean. So yeah, that's where you're heading. Oh, I don't know about that one, Rod. I thought that he had control of the roll ball and got over it. Yeah, so interesting call by the ref there.
Yep, we always, I guess we always discuss decisions and stuff through referees as we get on, just trying to gain a greater understanding of how the game is reffed. And there's always individuals. Whakatane calling the recount on that one there.
And as we hear that from the box, they're talking about a sequence play, so let's see what their sequence is. 33 through the middle. That's good, they're going short. Oh, beautiful ball. That was a beautiful ball. The range that they played on that was very smart play by Calvin Harris-Tavita, and good off the ground, very good. You know, if they open up that attacking range, he will find it a little bit easier. But as we go through the replay, they run the in between. He runs it short, drops in, straight off the ground, long, beautiful. Yeah, nice play, nice setup. I think just with Jedi's sweeps, they've got to get on the body. You know, they're sweeping and going straight to the gate, which then turns it into a bit of a running race. They've got to manipulate body a little bit better, and they'll find that to get better outcomes. Good ref call there. I think he got stuck in the mud a little bit at the contact of the touch. You know, a bit of a 50-50, but the ref is the ref. Jedi really need one here to really come back into this. You know, they've been the percentages have been, that's better at the body. That's way better. And even just a short release there because he collapsed the gate. But that's better in terms of the sweep setup.
And again, calling the play through. He heard him.
Yeah.
Soaks it up. It's a good chance for them to rekindle. Thought it might have been an opportunity there for Jedi to get some fresh attackers on.
Yeah, well, they've had a couple of sets now, so it'll be an interesting penalty count. It's certainly 2. If they get 3, then they get 1 released. Intent of play, pretty good, Rod. I think zone and setup, not so good. You know, they want to open the field up. a little bit better than that. Oh, he lost that. That was actually great getting in the back there. They run a screen, what we call a screen, where the middle will come around the back of the wing. He just lost control. Well, unfortunate. But Nippys are doing well. They're sticking to their systems. Coming on. Let's see what they got back end. Oh, I don't think that worked for them.
No.
We have a strategy. If they're coming through the field and they've got control of that strike dump, that we will pull out. I thought the range there was too far to do that. And they run that exact same play through the middle, but they don't run a phase and run short and score. Well, Nippys are getting away here, Rod. Well, I think our young Jedi boys need a bit of affirmation in the box there.
Yep, it's starting to slip out. 11 minutes into the game. Important that they pin one back here. And just while we're talking about it, obviously there's a lot of other games going on around the park. Whakatane January tournament. If you look that up on the web, there's a lot of our media team photos and all the rest of it out there. If you need to see them, you never know. You could see one of your teams there. So please visit. As we see a turnover there by Jedi.
Nippys get back into their system, getting to the box, getting on fresh. Oh, great touch there, great touch. I think they just need to get a little bit control, Nippys, out of transition. Oh, not bad. Just in our skill set, in our game, Rod, like it's something that, rugby and rugby coaches, I think they take for granted what you can develop from a game like ours in terms of that skill set. One, the IQ of hitting the right pass, and two, having the ability to, do that skill. And it's very prominent in our game. And even when you look at the elite athletes that have come from our game, that it works for them. Oh, a little bit short there, I felt, in terms of 7 metres, but again, ref is the ref. If I could talk to, like we had Pity on earlier, and his skill set in terms of passing. In terms of the All Blacks at the moment, young Legion Hotham has come out of our game, and you can see his skill set. And the Crusaders at one stage, we had most of the halves there. Mitch Drummond came out of a touch background. Obviously, the number 10 from the Crusaders, he was, who's now in Japan doing a...
Richie.
Yeah, Richie doing a sabbatical, I think they call it. He was very prominent in our game, so there's certainly a place for it.
A little bit clunky there from Jedi.
Yeah, I think
on the transition.
They've just got to get back to their systems and making sure they're getting forward and the platform is good enough to tack on. And then the basics of ruck, pass, catch are then followed up by that. And I think that they really need to sort that out. Nippys are in those aspects of the game. I think they're doing it consistently and then getting back in. And our score says that, Rod, with the 4-1.
Yeah, I think Nippys are trusting in their systems, and they're staying with it, which is and it's working for them. But unfortunate, but they certainly like to attack with pace.
Yes, yeah. I think their 4-5 touch is the difference at the moment. They got the intent there to make the physicality a weapon, whereas Jedi, their 4-5 is quite passive as it would be. And they're going laterally rather than going direct, and they need to tidy that up. Let's see what's we go to here. That's oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I agree with that one. Like, he was in the lane, but he was trying to get it off. And that's the first error that Nippys have made coming out of the zone. So I don't think the coach will be happy with that one. Good link defence there. Good link. And why I say good link is the link's coming from the blind and stepping up and taking an option of a quickie player that's quite... Oh, good reffing there. What's he trying to dominate the rack rod, you know, I suppose being a little bit vigorous in contact.
Yep, they'll have to be wary. I think that might be 2 down on the line. Nice feed.
Well, good defence. They're very physical, these young boys, eh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're in pretty good condition. It's a credit to their coach.
Henry Tuatea on the long. Can we get a finish on the outside? Not quite. Someone thought
the ball was good enough to be finished. As Henry exits the platform of the game.
And the last, what can they dream up?
There's just a little bit of miscommunication with the two middles there, you know, one stepping back and the other one cutting the step. They just need a little bit more back end, young Jedi. Nippy's going back to their system. Oh, geez, just the last couple, Rod, you know. It's 4-1. There's still some time here. They really need to sort that out.
Yep, 7 minutes, but it's important that Jedi, they need to get some touchdowns on the board. They are racing the clock now. This means it gives them the opportunity to try things, right? You start to run out of time, and there's the time to do it. Put it all on the line.
I think their platforms are quite lateral at the moment, Rod. I think they need to, get some direction here and stick to the first call. Oh, intent was pretty good, but just discipline. I don't think there was any malice in that, Rod. No. They just need some discipline here, and make sure they don't have 7 on when they've got all these players running on the field.
That's right. The refs are looking the other way. They get away with it.
Yeah.
Smart.
Nippys could do a clutcher here, they've got their big dogs on the field at the moment. So, they're playing the passive out the back. Oh, I don't think they needed the player. Would have gone to them in between again myself. They didn't need the change up. If it's worked 3 times, surely you'd play it the 4th.
It's good work there by Jedi. They're straightening it back up.
Yeah, that's better. That's get forward. That's 2. That's what we need. That's better. That's 3. Where's everyone? Oh, we didn't need that. That's 4. We need a strike here. Back of the gate.
Longfield down. Yeah. Speed game. Hail Mary.
Good energy shown from the 2 young Nippy boys. They're not giving up on anything. And it's a credit again to their coach. And even the boys themselves, They know what's on the line here, and they're in the big stage, so good on them. I think we just need a little bit more in terms of comms and leadership in terms of the Jedi side and going with the first call. They're going too lateral and having 3 calls, and that's not working for them. Some directive coming from the Nippy's box, just keep control and take the touch.
Yep, the simple plan has worked for them so far.
Oh. Okay, just the execution here from Nippys, falling a bit. It's like we've still got 6 minutes in this game, Rod. One, Jedi need to get forward and then get some ascendancy on who's doing what at strike. Nippys just need to get accurate with what they're trying to achieve here. That's better. I'd play on for hard call, I felt. You know, I like the intent and intensity there. It was a little bit short, but anyway, that's the ref's call.
But Nippy's doing a wonderful job here, just controlling the game and keeping it simple as they come through, getting the transition. And as soon as I said that, I cursed them. I do apologise, Lucky.
Yeah, and you know, that would be something I'd say if you were that young team when it comes to the big ones. And at the moment it's 4-1, but if it's tighter, you certainly need to, you know, ensure that you're completing your exit sets.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see Wynyard Saunderson there,
yeah,
dotting down.
Steps back on a 32 peel, steps back short side, little fake dummy and goes to ground. Good try. I think it was simple and direct. 32 gets around, squares him up, short side. Good try.
Important now that Jedi get the stop and get back down the other end.
Yeah. The time certainly is working against them, so if I was Nippys, I'd just be completing everything, making sure you're locking in the Nippys box side, which is the side closest to us, and then just making sure that Jedi don't get out of the zone. A little bit casual here from Nippys, but they've got their ball player on the field. They're playing the in-between again, and a beautiful ball. Oh, you know. They get a repeat, so it's first one. Again, times against Jedi here, so they have to be, I suppose, quite a little bit more aggressive. Trevon gets the ball. Oh, he gets a penalty. Well, that's good. All they needed to do is, you know, play the clock at this stage with 2 in it. 2 in it and 3 minutes to play. Oh, and it.
He did it. He did it so well there.
Yeah.
The link stepped up, turned out.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Set of sequence plays there, and then we get the young fingers up from the young boys. Yeah, they run the out on the punish. She shuts that down. Then he fakes it backside, and the link's still on that profile on the out, and they score on his inside. Good work. I think the clock's going to be a threat to Jedi here with you know, a couple of minutes to go, and they need 3. Rod, I'm not liking their chances. That's all good, you know. They can play that time. Every set they have to repeat. There's time that they're taking off the clock. That's a better play, better setup. Bit of a lock-in play, quickie, early release. They need to get the back of the gate with the defender at the back there. And their links need to get in an assisting line. It's a little bit wider than they are now. It's 1 minute to play here, Rod. I think Nippys have got this one.
Yep, certainly got this one. Jedi can finish with a flourish.
Oh, yeah. They tried to with a bit of, you know... I think the discipline of the Jedi side has got them at the end of the day, just ensuring what their roles are and who's doing what. But again, you know, if we had to say anything to the Nippy boys, it would be ensuring they complete their exits.
Jedi's get another shot at it.
Well, they've got a minute to do it, so let's see what they can come up with. A little bit narrow, and the links are so narrow, Rod. And you know they're not putting any options, you know, and then the Nippys are just tightening up the middle and taking away all their options. I think that's the last throw of the dice for Jedi. I think.
I think so. It's been a wonderful performance by Nippys here, the young boys. Great experience for them here at this tournament.
And isn't it great, Rod, that we can have a group of young men come into our competition to get that experience for higher honours, you know, and this is what they play with. They want to play with some flair and express themselves, and good on them. So well done to Lucky and the Nippy boys, well deserved win. on the big stage, and to Jedi, you know, like it's building for next year and looking for high honours. Just a little bit of discipline and roles and responsibilities, but Rod, not a bad effort all around.
No, you know, wonderful effort by the Nippys boys. As we look forward, I guess that was our closing game in terms of the pool, in terms of the pools. Now we step up to the semi-finals games, the serious end of the stick, as they say, the pointy end. At 3 o'clock, Open Women's semi-final 1, and that will be Bullets versus Legacy. Bullets Open Women's we haven't seen yet today. Legacy we've seen a couple of games ago, and we know what they can do. And with Bullets, we know their history, so we know what they're certainly capable of. So it'll make for a massive game coming next. So once again, thanks to our sponsors, Whakatane Ōhope Community Board, the Lion Foundation and One Foundation, and Clearsite Consultancy. Also Ake Chartered Accountants, the Whakatane District Council. Struddys, the apparel supplier for the tournament, and obviously local Gecko here who are with us, doing a great job helping us out. And it's always great to sit here next to Peter Mack and call these games. It's been a wonderful day so far. Looking forward to the back end.
Thank you, Rod. Thank you for the invitation to come and support the game that we love, and I love doing it with a man that I respect, and we've done so much together. So we're now at the nitty-gritty of end of the day, so all the best to all the teams up there. Kia ora whanau.
Catch you on the back end.